hope I do get married. Hello. I may never get married. I tried reaching out to Erica Cruz today, and she has not replied. I do want to marry someone, especially her, and have kids, but she wants to chop my pee-pee off, and she wants to chop off my guts and pull out my intestines, I'm pretty sure. She told me. She's like, I will cut your dick off. I will put your dick inside of one of those little squishy things, and the whole thing will go smush into little tiny slices while erect. So I'm going to trick you into thinking I like you and get you a boner, and then I will chop it up. And she said yes. And I said, this is okay. I probably won't feel it. Here's why. I'll go numb, and then you'll just be like, what does hurt you? And then I'm like, cut off my toe. And she's like, I will cut off your toe. And then she cut off my toe, and I was like, thank you. I actually have a bone spike and a nerve problem. My toe got pulled out of its socket, and then it fell back into it. It fell back into what? The nerve ending that makes it move. And now I'll come out. What happened? There's something, my toe got pulled out of its socket while I was trying to crack it. And then it, like, my socket is, like, broken or something. So it won't go back into socket. What? Like, you know how when you pull your finger out, like, out of the area here, and you crack your finger, and it goes back where it should be, right? You know what I mean? Like, there's a little place there where it causes a bubble of air. There's no bubble of air with my toe. Oh. Damn. Yeah. Like, it doesn't crack. There's nothing there to crack. There's no popping sound. When I try to crack it, it's like... It's like grinding on my bone. There's nothing there. And when it grinds on the bone, it hurts because it's hitting some kind of nerve. And it hurts so bad. What is that? I don't know. But it hurts. There's like, you know how your fingers have like all of these ligaments here in your fingers? And they come out all the way to the here? The ligament goes all the way from the toe to the area here, and what happened is something is inside of here, or some kind of nerve is in there messed up. What in the fuck? What happened? I don't know how long it's been like this, but when I started to try, it's been like this for about many years. So what happened? It's been like this for many years, and what happened was I tried to crack it. And it fucked itself up. So, it's, there's something wrong. It is moving, it touches, the bones are touching, no, there's like, something wrong. Is my stream frozen? Yes. No, my computer's not frozen. Just wait. I'm done explaining what the hell happened to my toe. What happened? It's just fucked. What happened? It's messed up. But if I don't move it and I don't strain it, it won't hurt. So, like, when I pull my foot up, like, okay. I'll explain. Okay. When it goes all the way up, like that, like this, and that's where, like, it hurts. And then when it goes down, also hurts. And then out, it just hurts in this area here, right here. And then on the bottom, not as much, just there. Wait, something is so fucked up. Son of a bitch. Hmm. What the fuck happened? This one's fine. It hurts badly. Hmm? Tony's still my friend. Unless he doesn't want to be mine. But he's still my friend. If that's Tony, I doubt it. Hey, just say hello. Hey. Did everyone hate me? No. Tony probably really hates me. He does? Tony shouldn't hate me. Do you know how to unlock Keen on the other side? Do you know how to unlock Keen on the other side? They both have... Oh, you mean the blue and red? Yeah. Get it. Watch out. Daniel, fuck off. I'm red mode, watch out. Oh shit, watch out. Oh god. Jesus Christ. Don't... Now see, what I'm trying to say is, I haven't talked to Tony in a long time. When was the last time you talked to Tony? Tony Rubio? The last time I talked to Tony Rubio was... Fuck. A long time. But I should... No, the last time... What? Has it been 8 years? No way. No, the last time I talked to Tony Rubio was probably 2014. I've tried to keep in touch, but Tony and... Tony is my friend, though. I'm not mad at Tony. But Brian ditched. And then, like, I've always wanted to do cold medicine with Tony, actually. But, like, the thing is that we didn't ever do that because I have no idea why. I was quitting. Brian told no, don't. And we were supposed to do some fun stuff. And, I'm like, Tony should like this, but, like, we never did that. Because Tony never really seemed like he wasn't inadequate. It was like, he didn't, like, it's like we were trying to talk about, like, we were trying to talk about, Tony is a way smart person, actually, who can Yeah, like, but like, I was trying to I was trying to imply to Tony, hey Tony, do you want to possibly do something more fun than just drinking and like smoking weed, or uh like just sitting around and getting drunk and playing video games? And he was like, what do you mean? And I'm like, fucking trying to imply like I want to do cold medicine. And then he was like, no, thank you. And I'm like, alright. So like, I wasn't trying to get him into that. Stop it. Stop asking me. So I was just trying to see if he ever has done it, or if he does it. You know what I mean? I was like, do you do other stuff? And then, he never said, and I never said what I do. Because, like, I've been doing it for about that long. And when my brother came back, that's when, yeah. That's when, I started talking to Tony. So that's 2009. And I stopped talking to Joe. But Joe hates me. But, like, what did I get 375 gold for? I don't know, but, like, Joe doesn't hate me. I don't hate Joe, and I don't hate Tony. But if they hate, I don't think they should hate each other either. I don't think they know each other. But, you know, sometimes it's just better not to involve friends with each other. And me and Joe needed a talk break. Because Joe and Daniel and everyone else were just talking all shit to me. Just shit. And Tony was nice to me. So I was like, Tony's nice to me, I'll be nice to Tony. So I was. I didn't say anything mean to Tony. And Tony's nice, and I like Tony. I have nothing bad to say to Tony. I have nothing bad to say to Joe. I have nothing bad to say to anyone. But I did mess up Tony's original computer, and that fucked me up, because I fucked up. And I learned how to make them now. I know how to make a, you know how to make a what? I know how to make Intel new chip style without fucking it up. Because I learned that day that I broke it. And Brian was like, my cell phone service is going out. You can do it. And I was like, I can't do it. I only do AMT, Brian. And Brian's like, no, don't break it. And then I broke it. And it was like, the chips are broken. And then they had to return it. And they're like, you broke this? We can't accept the return. And Tony's like, God damn it, Daniel. And then Tony could have probably done it better than me. To be honest with you. Tony should have built it himself because he knew he was doing better than I did, probably. Tony could have built it himself. And then I was supposed to get paid. Brian was trying to get me money. Tony was trying to give me money because I never had any money. And then I broke it. And then Tony's like, now I have to go back. Now Tony lost money. I'm the worst. Honest to God. But then I went to Tony's house later with pizza. And Tony... And I worked on his computer. There was an issue. He had all these coloration issues. Oh, and then, oh God. And we took it apart, and I found out what the issue was, I think, and it was video card related and also wire related. So he had to get a new wire, a new connection, and a new video card. So I knew what had happened to his computer, and hopefully he fixed it and got a new one. And then I'm sure he knows what he's doing. And he didn't have to pay me for that because I owed him. He didn't have to pay me for that. Why did you owe him? because I broke his other one, but he got it replaced because, you know, like, he had a brand new one. He had a brand new one, and it broke because the chip on the Intel is backwards, and I couldn't even understand it. Why? I just couldn't. At the time, I was so confused. I was like, Brian, I don't want to fuck this up real bad. I don't know what I'm doing. I know how to put an AMD chip in with the pins, and he's like, it's just a reverse AMD, and I'm like, I don't see this, you know, like, he's like, it's easy, and I'm like, I don't know, like for real, and I'm like, that doesn't look easy. Well, did they ask me a question about that? Did they ask me about, have you learned much? Yes. What have I learned? Well, I built 4th generation Intels 6G, and it worked perfect. I have video of it. I sold it for really cheap. I sold it for way less than I paid for it. My dad was supposed to get it for $500, but I ripped my dad off and he got mad. But my brother stole a computer I gave to my dad. So Brian's stealing shit, I'm ripping people off, and my dad's getting mad. But I was more mad because Brian did that shit to me, and then I look like the bad son. And I'm like, my computer that was the 4th generation Intel that I was gonna give my dad, that was supposed to be the really good one for $500, wasn't working the day he came to get it. So I sold it to someone else because it wasn't working, and my dad wasn't happy with it at the time. So I was like, I need money. I need money. This isn't plugging. It's not turning on for dad. It's not gonna turn on for dad, probably because there's something wrong with it. And so I'm like, okay, this is not good because it was just working a day ago and then it stopped working. So I can't give this to dad. You know what I mean? Like, I can't. I'm serious. I can't give this to dad because I'm like, I'm inadequate. I'm not good enough to be giving that to dad. Like, seriously. Very seriously. Yeah. That was my dad's. And then some guy has it now. I sold it to someone probably in the neighborhood. Well, like way too cheap. And it's a really good one. Like, it's so beyond well. It's so worth $1,200. And that was supposed to be my dad's, and that was such a good one, and I got a good deal on it. I spent like $500 on it, and it was worthy of $1,200. I sold it to my dad for $250 or something, and then I gave my dad another one that was actually very good for dad, because the one that I gave to dad was old, but suitable. Because I didn't think my dad was going to use it for like what I was doing. And there's this guy who wants it for really, you know, like he wanted to use it for stream. Dad didn't want to use it for stream, he said. He said, I will play games, I guess. And I'm like, okay, you don't need this then. Like, because the dad didn't need it. And yet, dad didn't need it. Like, I'm sure he would have used it and it would have been a very nice computer. But, like, I just didn't mean to rip him off, actually. The one I gave him sucks. Yes. I agree. But I did put stuff in it that should be good for that generation. Hey, that is a good computer. It may suck, but it's a good one. It's old. It's old, but it's good. That's the one my dad bought me. And you sold it to him? I wanted him to know that it was still good. And it is. Brian stole it. He steals things. Brian steals things. He does. He's a liar. No, I'm not. You've stolen many computer parts from me. And you act like I suck. My brother says I suck. He says, Daniel can't do shit right. And I'm like, I can. I'm sitting here on my computer right now streaming. I can. But you suck. I don't suck as bad as I used to. What do you mean? I got good. What do you mean? I build computers and I work. You have no idea. You haven't seen me in 3 or 4 years. You don't know shit. Brian Vitko. Brian Vitko! You don't know shit about what I've done. And what I'm capable of. You're a butthole. You're rude. You're a butt. And you scare me. You're afraid of me. And I'm afraid of you. So leave me alone. Why are you afraid of me, you fool? Just because I'm pretending to be Hannibal. I watched Hannibal. You didn't, probably. So you're like, oh my god, he sounds like a serial killer, murderer. I like to act like Hannibal, Brian. Have you ever seen that show? You should watch it. Then you'll know what I'm talking about. Seriously, Brian. Watch this show on television. Watch all the movies. And then you'll know what I'm doing. It's Hannibal Lecter. Hannibal Lecter. Imitation. Oh. I do not murder people. I am an actor. And what the fuck? And also, if you're listening, Brian, if you are listening, I have learned how to be a gentleman from Hannibal. And I learned when someone is being rude, Hannibal kills people. I am not going to kill you. I am an actor. I am a nice man. I am a stupid, nice gentleman. And I make good food. And I like Hannibal. And I don't eat babies. I don't kill people. And I am not a serial killer. But I am Hannibal imitator. I am a Hannibal Lecter fan. I watch and I read movies. I watched Red Dragon. I watched the first one, Silence of the Lambs. I watched, what else? Hannibal. I watched Hannibal, not Rising, but, what's that one? Oh, you... Dude. If you've never seen these movies, you won't even get the references I'm doing. You won't even understand any of the references I've done. That's probably why you're afraid of me. Because you don't know what I'm doing. You know what I mean? If you've watched Hannibal, if you've watched Hannibal at all, and if you've ever seen or read the movies, if you've ever, if you ever intend to, you should. If you've ever seen Sherlock, you'll know what I'm doing. I do Sherlock imitation. I do Hannibal imitation. Young Hannibal Lecter. What's that one called? Do you know the one where Hannibal Lecter was a boy? And they used this one guy who had an evil smile? Watch that one. That's the first one you should watch. But I'll remember the name. I thought it was Hannibal Rising, but I don't know if it's called Hannibal Rising. I think it's like Hannibal something. Why don't I look that up right now for you? I'm going to look that up for you right now. Okay? Yep. You should watch it first. This is the first one. It only gets a 6.2, but it's so good. It's like my favorite. I watched it with my ex-girlfriend, and Hannibal is... Well, you could watch Silence of the Lambs first if you want. And then watch... Don't watch that one. I haven't watched that one yet. Please don't watch that one. Watch Hannibal the show if you want, but it's kind of dark. I don't like it. Manhunter is actually about Will Graham. And Red Dragon is a good one. And Hannibal is a good one. I like this one, this one, this one, this one. I've never seen this one. And this one. But I only like the first season. The second season fucked me over. The first season fucked me over too. But this is the guy I like to imitate. But I don't look as nice as he does. As you can tell. So anyway. That guy is a really good actor. And he scares the crap out of everyone. And my ex-girlfriend was like, he's so hot. I can't handle it. And I'm like, oh... And I'm like, I'll try. And she's like, no, Daniel. So that's probably why it gets a 6.2, because it makes people angry that that guy's so cute. And everybody's girlfriend's like, oh, he's so hot. And everyone's like, I don't look like that. And then everyone's like, I feel bad. And then, even I feel bad. I felt bad. Like, everyone's like, oh, Daniel's so cute. Yeah, right. You know, like, not even. I'm an imitator. I'm an imitator of scary people. And cute people. I like to imitate scary, cute people. But, just because I've watched many things about Dahmer and Hannibal doesn't mean I am a serial killer. Okay? I'm an imitator, but I'm not a copycat. Do you see what I'm saying? I'm not a copycat serial killer. I am not a murderer. I do not murder. Though I do have very nasty mind. Very. But, Dark Mind probably have PTSD. I have PTSD from these things, so probably don't watch them, but just understand that this is an imitation. And I always do it on my stream. And that's why the people sent those to my neighbors. Only the neighbors will understand if they've seen it. Only certain neighbors will understand. Some people love that show. My aunt and my uncle have seen it together. And they understand what I was doing, I'm sure. But they probably thought I was crazy for doing it. And I did not send any one of those things to my family members. Although, I think my grandparents understood it. Because they seen, Hannibal, and they've seen Sherlock, and they may have understood what those videos were. And I don't know actually who sent those to everyone. Someone edited all of my videos, sent me a DVD of the edits, and then sent them to all of the neighbors so I could get to know the neighbors. I said, I'd like to get to know the neighbors, and someone did this for me, and I was like, don't do that. Like, look, send them, I would like to get to know you, or like, tell them, or if you're going to do that, send them a link of Daniel and say, this is not Daniel Vitko, but why don't you get to know your neighbor? That's all I wanted. And then that's what I got. I got everyone in the neighborhood scared. And that wasn't my fault. I didn't ask you to scare everybody in the goddamn neighborhood, whoever you are. Honest to God. And honestly, think about this for a second. I'm doing my stream. I don't want them to be scared shitless when they watch it. I want them to understand what it is. Do you see what I'm saying? I want my neighbors to know what my job is. I don't care if they want to share their lives with me or not. But that's all I was trying to do. I was trying to get to know my neighbors. I wanted my neighbors to know that I'm not a bad person. I had very bad vibes from my whole neighborhood. I felt like my whole neighborhood thought I was scary. And I am. But I wanted my neighbors to know that I didn't hurt my grandma. And that I'm not here to hurt anyone else. And that I'm an actor. And I want them to know that. That's why I did all these things, so they would know that this is my dream job, my career, and what I do at home all day, and why I'm yelling a lot. But Mom and I just don't get along. So just whatever happened is bad, but I'm not gonna hurt her, and she needs to just back off my rage problem and de-escalate and keep me sane. Like, do I have an anger problem? Yes. Is it that weird? No. Like, is it violent to the point of killing someone? No. Never. Never. Can it be? Yes. Anyone can have that problem. Anyone can kill someone while in a fit of rage. Anyone can. But do I intend not to? Yes. Do I intend to control my anger? Yes. Do I control my anger? Yes. Do I restrain myself from doing bad things to people? Yes. Do I hit people because they shit talk? No, I shit talk back. I don't hit people. They hit me, I hit them back. So I'm not looking for a fight. I'm not looking to start a fight. I'm not looking to punch someone. I'm not looking to be punched. But why did I slap my mother? Because my insults were not landing. They were good insults, but she wouldn't leave a D. You know, like, it wouldn't leave a dent. She wouldn't stop, and I wouldn't stop. She would be like, I would insult her, and I'd say, this is why I'm mad at you. And then she would say, you're a piece of crap too, you son of a bitch, etc. And like, I'm like, just be quiet. And she's like, you're a piece of crap. And she kept starting crap over and over again. And I'm like, you know I can shit talk you, right? And she's like, yes. And she seems to enjoy shit talking. But like, she enjoys arguing. But I don't. I don't enjoy arguments with her. That's why I slapped her, because I was like, that's enough. I was like, look, if my arguments of you being a mean woman and a bitch, because I mean it, like, this is an insult for you because you called me a baby, a cuck, and a man-child. And she's like, I don't call you that. And you said I was going to go die on the street. You said, Daniel, go die on the street tomorrow. I hope you do. I hope you die tonight. And I was like, this is way beyond any insult you should ever give your son, who's never told you that. I didn't tell you that tonight. And if I have in the past, I'm sorry. You should never say that to your mother or anyone else. That's a very bad insult. That's a that's a well wish from hell. That's a bad wish, and it could come true. It's like saying, I hope you get in a car accident. That's a bad wish. You shouldn't wish for someone to die in your family. Honest to goodness. And if I ever have, I'm very sorry. Like, I've said stuff like that before, and I am sorry. And I have apologized, and no one has died, and I'm thankful. I'm thankful my aunt hasn't gotten in a car accident, my Aunt Mindy. I'm thankful my other family members haven't gotten in a car accident. I'm thankful everyone is safe, and I hope my mom never gets in a car accident also. And I hope she doesn't die. But everyone does die, and thankfully, my mom is still alive, and I'm not dead on the street. But that guy is... You know? Like, I could be out on the street sometime. And then she keeps insulting me. And she keeps saying these things. And she says, you said I should die. And I said, you started this long ago. I always try to finish an argument. And she's like, you're crazy. And then everyone's like, you're a psychopath. Everyone, even my old friends, think I'm a psychopath. I'm like, oh, come on. You guys don't even know. Like, I have feelings. I imitate psychopaths. What are you talking about? I imitate psychopaths. I am an actor. Stop getting it twisted. Like, seriously. Stop it. You can't watch my stream 24/7. All you can do is listen to me or watch the stream 24/7. If you don't watch the stream 24/7, you're not gonna know shit. If you don't watch my stream at all, you're not gonna know anything. There's a whole fucking escapade. It's an escapade on YouTube. And I have saved videos of deleted videos. I have all of my content. I have all of it. Even stuff my mom told me to delete. I kept. Someone else has content of it. Someone else has saved it. I don't have to. It's already there. And guess what? It's not that bad. It's part of the fucking escapade. It's part of the whole fucking act. It's part of the stream. And some of it's not an act. You have to figure out which side is an act and not. Why? Because that's the whole fun. If you don't find out which side is an act or not, you'll never know what I'm talking about. If you still think I'm a serial killer, well then, stop it. Listen to me. I'm not Hannibal Lecter. I haven't killed anybody. I do sometimes think I have because of the fucking whole thing is a hard deal. It's a hard act to follow. And honestly, it is a hard profession to act as a serial killer. Why? Because you put your mind inside of their mind. Okay? That means my mind is full of that fucking shit. Okay? My mind is full of it. Honestly. So yeah, sometimes it causes some kind of schizophrenia. It causes PTSD. It causes me many pains. So please understand that I have a mental disorder and I am an actor. A method actor. Please understand. I've watched many of these movies many times. Please listen to me. I'm trying to make it easy for you, so you don't have to watch the whole entire stream. But if you do watch the entire stream, you'll definitely know. You watch every video, you'll definitely know I'm not full of shit when I'm saying this right now. Okay? You can watch it from the beginning to the end. I've done many things on these streams. There are many videos. There's Illuminated Water. That's Phoenix. Phoenix is my old YouTube account. There's another one that was deleted called Yuri Gaia on Twitch. Deleted. I tried to get it back. They deleted it. Whole thing deleted. Why is it deleted? Because I was looking at pornography. I was looking at Tumblr. Tumblr's full of fucking shit. And it is. And it's scary too. But, like, I think I should get my account back so you can understand more. Because, like, if they don't give me my account back, you'll think I'm still lying. And I want that account back. You know? So I need that account back if you think I'm lying. I'd like to have it back. Go to my YouTube channel. If you're looking for old content and you want to see it, if you need it, I will unlock it for you. It's on unlisted and private. Everything is unlisted and private, not deleted. Okay? Okay. Good. Because I don't think I did anything wrong. It's there for evidence purposes, if necessary. If someone accuses me of a murder, I have it as evidence for myself. And to understand, I'm recording this right now. I want you to know. Okay? I'm not going to murder anyone. I haven't murdered anyone since I was born. Not in Chino, not in Covina. No one is dead. I have gone for walks in the middle of the night in the rain. But I don't dump bodies. I've not put any bodies in that car. I've never put any body in my truck, any other truck, in my mom's old red car, in our old van, in any bodies. No. Have I ever buried a body? I've dug many holes, and I've buried many pets. I've buried pets. I've buried a cone and a few other things under dirt. Why? Because it's funny. There might actually be some videotapes underneath a hole I dug, and they're not bad. They're not of murder. They're just videotapes. Like, that was the whole troll gig I was doing back then. It's a troll gig. I can go unbury them. There's nothing bad underneath the house in Chino, California. There's no bodies, skeletons, or anything of murder video. There is no murder. There is no murder buried in the sewer. There are no murders chopped up into the drain or the toilet. There is no one chopped up, buried, taped up, killed, or maimed in Chino by my hand. Chino, California is a very scary place, though. I heard they found a body in the sewer. It wasn't me. No prostitutes killed by Daniel. Daniel doesn't do prostitutes. I don't even go for prostitutes. I don't kill prostitutes. I don't kill men. I don't kill women. I have gotten in fights. Did anyone jump me? Yes, thousands of people have jumped me. Thousands of people have beat my ass up. Hundreds. 50 people have gotten into fights with me at least. None of them died. I've thrown rocks at cars. No one died. Accident happened. Broken windshields. Yes. Troublemaker. Yes. Record expunged. Yes. Murder. None convicted. None convicted. No murders convicted. No murder evidence. Nothing. No proof. Nothing. No admittal of guilt. There's many different murders that have happened in Chino. I take credit for none of them. And there is no evidence tying me to any of them. There were stabbings in Chino. There were shootings in Chino. There were murders in Chino. None of them are tied to me. There is probably someone who has died in my vicinity. Most likely. But it wasn't me. There are people who have committed suicide who I knew. But it wasn't me who did that. Please hear me out. Okay? Thank you, family and neighbors and police officers and FBI agents, etc. Please also internet and any other format of watch groups like Neighborhood Watch, friends, old friends, family members who thought I was serial killer, old friends, family members, old friends. No, I'm not. No, I am a poet. I am a scholar. I am a writer. I did not go to college very long. I did not spend a lot of time in high school, but I am a scholar. I have scholastic ability. I have read many books. I am a writer. I read a lot. I've already read a lot. I don't need to read anymore. I've gone to many book fairs. I've read many books. You know, like, I've read so many books, so many children's books, picture books, I've read so many books. Library at Anna Borba, the Scholastic Library at Anna Borba, the Scholastic Fair, the book fair. I didn't even have to buy the books, I read them. Read. Look at pictures. Read, read, read. Look at pictures. Read. Buy books. Sell books. We used to have a whole library at home from my childhood. We sold them at a yard sale. Many different books. There are so many books. Dirty books, good books, non-dirty books. We basically gave a lot of our books to the library my mom works at. We have a lot of books. We've been given books by many people. I've been given pornographic material by someone. And I'm like, thank you, but unnecessary. I don't know what my mom did with those. She probably gave them to someone a little more interested. She probably thinks I'm homosexual, but no. No. I just don't like having porn of Playboy type in my house. You know what I mean? Like, I'm okay with it on the internet and Tumblr and stuff like that. I'm okay with it on Twitter. That's okay, but, like, I don't want to hold papers of pornography in my house. I just don't, you know? Like, I feel that it is unnecessary. It's really unnecessary. I can go buy a porno I want to see if I want to see it, and I can look at porno all the time if I want to. I can look at pinup pornos. I can buy whatever if I really want to, but I don't want to. Why? Because it would just fill my room with gunk. You know what I mean? Like, my room would be filled with just, you know, like, I have a whole life here on the internet. I have so much to do. Now, porno, why do you need it? Nowadays, porno isn't even that viable on the internet when you don't need it. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to date a pretty girl, and I'll be happy. Erica Cruz, please. Thank you. I hope she replies to me. But as you can see, I'm alone here. But everyone's like, Daniel, you're so lucky. You've had so many dates and so many people. You've been with so many people, and you're so lucky. And everyone's like, not talking to me. No one talks to me. My old friends, girls, don't talk to me. Ex-girlfriends, friends, don't talk to me. Mom's like, I didn't have anyone to date in high school. You're lucky. And I'm like, I'm lucky. Because you didn't have anyone to date in high school. Right. You know, like, you don't really... You've read so many books, Mom. I think you should have some retention. If you hear me. Like, you have had 2 kids and a husband. You're lucky. I have no kids, no wife. I'm not lucky. I haven't even had a chance to have kids. I want to date one girl. I want to get married to one girl. And then I'll have kids. And I'll be done. I tried to get married when I was in high school. I tried to get married to Vanya. I tried to get married to Deborah. I tried to get married to many people. Everyone said no. Why? I never asked Erica, but I should have. I should have not tried to get back with Vanya because Vanya didn't even want to be with me. And Erica's like, where'd that guy Daniel go? And then she was like with someone, and she was like, I'm gonna go date this guy because Daniel's not interested, I guess. She gave me a chance. And she's like, hello, Daniel. What is going on? And I was like, hello, you can't spell your correctly, so I'm gonna go now. Really? Yeah. She was in my English class, and they taught us the difference between yours, theirs, and yours, and yours, and theirs, and theirs. In that class. And she forgot. So I'm like, okay, you don't remember me. So I'm like, she had a boyfriend. I forgot his name, but he was tall. And he was Asian. And I forgot his name, and he was in my computer class. So I knew Erica and her ex-boyfriend. Her ex-boyfriend, I knew her other boyfriends from college. I didn't know them, but I saw them, and I was like, so that's who you're dating now, huh? And then she's like, yes. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, okay, bye. So, like, she didn't want to date me. I tried to tell Stephanie to tell Erica for me, and she told her, I think. Stephanie told me, no. I asked Stephanie to tell Erica, and she was probably like, you should be a man and tell her yourself, like everyone else said. Maggie said that too. I was like, tell her for me, and she said, Maggie was like, oh, Erica said you're really ugly, and I'm like, fuck. And then she's like, oh, and she thinks you're racist, and I was like, and everyone's like, you are, he is, but no one listens to me and asks me, hey Daniel, are you still racist? And I'm like, I don't like to think so. But everyone doesn't ask. They don't even want to know. What were you racist for? Fuck, I don't know. Because I was a racist. Why were you racist? I was just racist. Okay? Why were you racist? Because I used to be a racist boy. Okay? Damn. Why, though? Because I like to say mean things. I like to insult, and I like to start shit. But hey, I don't do that anymore. Okay? Damn it. Why were you racist? Why did you say so many N-words? Why this? Why this? Why this? Because I thought everyone should be able to say it if other people are going to say it. Not just one person, not just one race, everyone. If you want freedom of speech, you have to have freedom of speech, and you need to share your freedom of speech with everyone. You don't just get to do it because you say it is okay or bad. You know what I mean? Like, it's a bad argument, but, like, you understand what I'm saying. Like, this is true. And it doesn't work good because people get fired with that argument. Because they think someone is racist because they want to say the N-word. But no. No, no, no. You hear black people say the N-word to each other. And you say, oh, you must not believe in freedom of speech if I'm not allowed to say it. Because, you know, we believe in freedom of speech. Do you believe in freedom of speech? And they're like, yes, we believe in freedom of speech. That's why we're saying it to each other. And it's like, well then, why is a white person not allowed to have freedom of speech? And they pretty much just say, because you're white and racist. And you have a bad past. I have a bad past from my bloodline. What did my bloodline do? And then I asked them what my bloodline did. And I asked them, what did I do? Did I murder black people? And I'm like, and they're like, no. And I'm like, I didn't. And they're like, then you're racist or something because you want to say the N-word. And I'm like, no, 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 you don't understand. You call me racist because I'm white, for the past of white people. And then you say freedom of speech for you? Okay, freedom of speech for me, not. Because of my past? No, because of the past of my people. I should not have to take the credit for the past of my people. I should not have to deal with the pain that my people have caused your people in the past. It is not my responsibility to take credit for someone else's murder or someone else's racism. Do you understand? That's my argument, basically. So, I know that's a hard argument to say, but we are in a different era, and hopefully races can get along very well right now. Black, white, and understand that the law applies to black, white fairly. And it should be fair, but it isn't always fair. It isn't always fair for whites, and it isn't always fair for blacks. Why? Because that is the nature of the world. Life is not fair. My life is not fair. Your life is not fair. Many lives are not fair. But what do you do when life isn't fair and you don't like it? You try to make it more fair. How do you make life more fair? By treating everyone with the same respect, equality. You give equality to me, I give equality to you. You give the same laws to me, I give the same laws to you. You want equality for women and men? Do you like hitting women? No. Do you like hitting men? No. Do you like hitting people? No. Do you like being hit? No. Do you want to be hit? No. Should you want to hit women? No. Should you want to hit men? No. But if a woman hits you, should you be able to hit her back? Fair game. Equal. Why do you say that? Because it's fair. She may not be as strong as you. Well, then she should not hit a man stronger than her. Listen, it's not sexist. You shouldn't hit men. You shouldn't sucker punch a man, and you shouldn't sucker punch someone for being a different race. And you shouldn't sucker punch someone because they're wearing a Nazi shirt either. That's not right. You shouldn't hit anyone. If he didn't hit you, and he didn't do anything, and he's a racist, so fucking what? Not fair. Lots of people are racist. Lots of black people are racist. I'm not sucker punching them for being racist. How about you? Why would I? It's not fair. It's unequal. It wouldn't be fair for me to just hit a random person. Just because they said something racial to me or they called me a racist, why would I go hit them for that? Do you think that's fair? Someone wears a Nazi shirt, do you think it's fair for you to just beat the crap out of them? Or how about tell them, Nazi, what are you doing wearing that shirt? And then they say, I'm not a Nazi, I'm just wearing this shirt. And then they're like, why are you wearing this shirt? Because it's offensive and I need attention. And then you say, oh, well, I shouldn't hit you then. Right. But then they say, no, actually, I am a Nazi, I was lying to you. And then you can say, why are you lying? And then, why are you racist? Then you can talk to them about not being racist, and then the guy can take the Nazi shirt off, and then be cool with you. And you can be cool with him. But that's not that hard unless he pulls out a gun on you random. Why would he? Why would a Nazi pull out a gun on a random black person? Because he thought he was sending a sucker punch. Why? Did the guy do that? No. But would you blame him? What if he pulled the trigger? Then he's a murderer. And he should go to jail. And he's a racist. And he should go to jail. Racism isn't illegal though. Hate crime is. And sometimes hitting a Nazi is actually a hate crime. Hitting a random white person for wearing a Nazi shirt is actually a hate crime. You shouldn't do it. How is that a hate crime? Because you hit a white person because you thought he was a racist because of his shirt. That's hate for hate. Hate for hate, yes. But not hit for hit. If Nazi didn't hit you, why you hit him? That's hate crime. Literally. That's what hate crime is. Hate crime is violence. Violence is illegal. Every form of violence. Black on white, white on black, Nazi on black, Nazi black, black on white, black on Nazi. white, Asian, Hispanic, all racist. Hispanic, Middle Eastern, Pacific Islander, Native American, can all be racist and all can commit hate crime. If you want it to be equal, then you must understand that hate crimes happen. And most of the time, the hate crimes happen to white people and black people and black people. Most of the time it does happen to a black person because the black person believed it was an unfair thing someone did to them. And that's fair. That you would want equality for that. Absolutely. Now, does that make it okay for you to hit random white people because you think they're racist? If they are racist and you want to hit them, still not fair. And that is not understanding what a hate crime is. You misunderstood the point of what a hate crime is. What do you think you should do when you think about committing a hate crime? Don't hit the Nazi. Don't hit the white person. Don't hit the black person. Don't hit the brown person. Don't hit any person unless they start hitting you. And if they knock you out, oh my god, what are you supposed to do? I don't know. If it's on video, press charges, go do it. You know, hate crime, illegal, violence, assault. Most people don't go to the police, and also most people don't press charges over a hate crime, and they're too proud. Some white people are too proud to say that's a hate crime and press charges because they don't want to bring you to a court of law and see you again because they probably are mad at you for hitting them. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, do you understand what I'm saying? Like, and also, I know what video you're talking about. Yes, and it was fucking painful. It looked painful. That guy got knocked out. And, I don't think it was right of him to be a Nazi. I don't think it's right to be a Nazi, and I don't think it's right to hit Nazis either. Why do I think that? Because it is actually under law a hate crime. It is hate of you to be a Nazi. It is hate to hate others. Hate is wrong. Hate is though internal. Hate is internal, not external. Your hate for someone else, if you say the N-word to someone, if you're a Nazi and you start shouting racial epithets or whatever you call it, if you start doing racial things like that, that is bigotry. Discrimination and bigotry. Discrimination and bigotry are illegal to some extent under the law, but also freedom of speech. Discrimination, hate, and bigotry are under freedom of speech, but not at most work environments. At most workplace environments, you get fired for bigotry and discrimination. Bigotry and discrimination are not illegal, but they should be, but they're not. They're just freedom of speech under law. Okay? Hate crime is murder and beating. Murder and beating. So beating someone up is a hate crime for the race. The difference is the hate crime is not, if it's press charges, it won't, if it was proven, if you didn't call the police, if you didn't go to the police, and you didn't call the cops, and you didn't press charges and try to sue that person, you didn't get their identity, and you didn't try to bring them to court, then you understand what I'm talking about. That is because it's not fair. Life's not fair. And you don't have to go to court or jail or anything like that if you don't want to press charges against the person who is doing it. If no one saw it, it wasn't on video, you don't press charges, the police don't care. Why? Because you didn't press charges. There was a beating. Okay, someone got beat up. This happens. It happened in high school all the time. It happened at many schools all the time. It happens on the street all the time. People get beat up and they go home. Why? Because they're embarrassed they either got beat or they're embarrassed they beat someone up. Because this fight happened. So a fight happened. Was it a hate crime? It could have been. Was it racially motivated? It could have been. Was it? How would you know? Because they have to say fuck you inward and then beat them up. Okay? That's a hate crime. Or fuck you whitey. That's a hate crime. And not a hate crime, that's bigotry. Now, when it starts to violence and you start hitting that person, that's the hate crime. If you said the word, if you said Daniel Vitko, you're a white piece of shit and I hate you, Q-tip. And then you hit me and I didn't even do anything. And it just begins like that. That is a hate crime. That is a hate crime against a white person. Whitey, go die. Daniel, I hope you die. You're a piece of crap, and I'm going to beat the shit out of you. And then they beat the shit out of me. And I didn't say anything in return. I didn't say, fuck you, then, inward. And then I wouldn't say that, first of all. I wouldn't do that. So if I said that back, after they hit me, and I'd be like, fuck you, blank, it would be bigotry and racism. But if I didn't hit them back, it's not hate crime. If I hit them back after saying fuck you inward, that's a hate crime on both sides. You both committed a hate crime, one in return and one because of the hate crime. But maybe I didn't want to say it in the first place. Still hate crime. Did anyone press charges? No, we just beat each other up and called each other names. So we just called each other names, right? We go around, we talk shit to each other. We talk shit back and forth, and we hit each other. And what? And then one of us wins and one of us loses. And then what? Then you say, okay, that was a good fight. And we both shake hands. Nobody goes to jail for that. Nobody pressed charges for that. Because they didn't want to. Both were embarrassed at the situation. They both got their asses kicked and they both broke their noses. And they were both being racist to each other. Do you think they both want to go to a jail? They both will. So why wouldn't they do anything? Because they're like, no, fuck that. You know, like, but like, that's a fair fight. That was a fair fight, but someone else started it. They started it, maybe. That person may have started it, maybe. The white person might have started it, maybe. Who started it doesn't matter. What matters is you hit them back and called them name. However, if you hit them back out of self-defense, not hate crime. Because Daniel didn't say words. When Daniel says words, when person says words, white person says words, bigotry plus violence, most likely going to be seen as a hate crime. May not be as seen as such a bad of a hate crime if it wasn't like, I'm going to kill this black person, or I'm going to kill this white person, and then kill them. Like, that would be a hate crime. That would be a racist hate crime. Saying you're going to do it is one thing. Doing it is another. Saying it falls under freedom of speech, but is also a threat, and you can call the police if someone has threatened you in that way. And you shouldn't do that. You can get a restraining order. You can go to jail. You can get in big-ass shit trouble for just your words. Truth. Truth. So, like, if you're talking about, like, that kind of shit to someone else, you should not even say a word if you need to defend yourself. So, like, let's say I can defend myself and I know how to fight, and someone started a fight with me. And they started it, and it was racist, but I didn't say anything. I'm in the okay. Because self-defense. Self-defense is under law, okay. If my mom kicked my ass after I slapped her,
she would be okay. And I shouldn't be, but it wasn't meant to be a huge assault. It was not assault. So assault and battery is just sometimes really silly, and sometimes like you gotta control yourself or keep it to a minimum for whatever, like try not to break the face unless you're trying to prove how powerful you are. If you're trying to prove how powerful you are, I think you should go to MMA. Just advice from a man who's been through a few things. Do MMA. MMA is there for you. Practicing boxing, MMA, fighting in the ring. Practice your fucking strength. Show the person you want to show how strong you are. So let's say you want to impress a girl and you take her on a date and you're like, I go to this gym all the time where I beat the crap out of people. Watch how hard I can punch this punching bag. Or here, I'll show you how hard I can punch this guy. But it'll have to be in the ring. And so I think I'm pretty much done with that rant. If you understand what I'm saying. Yeah. Sorry for capital. But like, so, pretty much I am done. Again, I'll be here. Okay, that was pretty fun. Yeah. Give me a sec. Excuse me. So why would I be ranting about hate crime? Because I want people to understand what the law is all about. And there are people of all races who do not understand it. And it's a good example to use black and white. Use black and white. It's very simple. From my perspective, it's easy to see it. Some black people say that it doesn't apply to them, but it does. I believe the law applies to whites, blacks, and every other race. And there are many arguments that I've heard from black people who think the system is racist, and it can be. And it can be unfair. And there is a lot of things white people are trying to do for you to make sure it is fair for you. But remember, you're not going to get extra. Not everyone gets extra special treatment. I shouldn't get extra special treatment. You shouldn't get extra special treatment. I got put in a mental institution for what I did to my mother. I don't consider that special treatment. I could have gone to jail. I don't think I should have gone to jail. I won't go to jail for that. And I probably won't go to jail as long as I'm a good behavior reformed person who is not getting into any fights. I went to juvenile hall, I think, and I've had my record expunged for my past behaviors. So please leave me alone about my past. It's expunged, and I don't like to talk about it. And I would like you to understand why it was expunged. Is because it would be hard to get a job, and it already is hard to get a job. I don't get jobs. They tried to make me get back on track, and they said, go back on track. If you're back on track, Daniel, you're welcome to stay out of juvenile hall or have your record expunged so you can go get a job and be a good citizen because you want to be, and I do. And I've always wanted to be a good citizen. I'm a shithead. I've apologized many times for my stupid... Oh, God. What was on my record? Okay. Prank phone call. My record was a prank phone call, not a murder. There are no murders on my record. There's a prank phone call that was expunged for... what was it? Prank phone calling it... It wasn't funny. Prank phone calling a child daycare and saying I molested the children while you guys were away and ran out the door. And then sang a song. And they came to my house and they're like, "Are you the child molester man?" And then I'm like, no, I was at my friend's house actually. We were not at the a daycare. I don't even know where it is. I've been to that daycare, and I know that daycare, but I didn't molest the children at that daycare. I didn't run out the back door. I didn't do any of that stuff. But, like, it was, like, the worst thing I could ever say. And, like, it was so funny to me and my friend, though. Fuck. Like, it was, like, the funniest prank phone call me and my friend have ever done. And I'm the one who took the entirety of it, because I'm the one who sang that stupid shit. And we were having so much fun. I'm sure he was laughing because he was like, "You're gonna get in deep shit, Daniel." And I'm like, "Oh no." Like, and then the cops were raiding when I got home from Joe's house, and it was horrible. But it was a prank phone call. They were very hard on me. And, huh? What did you take that made you do that? Nutmeg. We were on nutmeg. What? We were taking nutmeg to get high. Because we were just, bored children. Looking for a good time. Looking for fun, and we found as much fun as we could. What age was I? 14, 15, 16? 17, 15. I was 15. I was in freshman year of high school. Freshman year of high school, sophomore year, no. It was sophomore. It was sophomore year. Yes. And then I went to many counselings. I went to many counselings. I went to many you went to many counselings. I went to many hours of community service, 50 hours of community service, 100 hours of community service. I've been on many community service runs. I didn't get special treatment just because I didn't go to jail. I pretty much served my time. I served my time in community service. I had to wear an orange jumpsuit like I was in prison. And I was too young to go to county or like Chino jail. I almost went to the boys' house of prison, but they said no, Daniel's a good kid. Daniel should stay out of prison, and I am a good kid. I'm a smart boy, and I like that people know me, and I'm thankful for people who know me because they backed me up. It's just because I knew people, and it also because I know everyone. It's not because I'm white. I know everyone. I know my principal. I know all my friends, all my classmates, everyone who went to my high school. I am a very popular person. I know everyone. I know everyone, and everyone knows me. And I'm a dick. I'm a bully. And no one died. You ask them, did Daniel kill someone? Ask them. Ask them to tell you the truth. Thank you. So please, ask everyone. That's why I'm not in jail. Okay? That's why I'm not in jail. Because everyone knows that I'm on a good path. I'm a good citizen. I'm a good Samaritan most of the time. I'm a good man. I'm a great person. I'm a nice person. I'm an actor. I'm a smart person. Well educated. I'm not good at math. I'm good at English. I'm good at acting. I'm good at voice acting. I'm good at regular acting. I'm not in good shape. I'm bad at drugs. I'm a druggie, possible form of homeless man, a wanderer. I'm a drunken wanderer. I wander the sewers. I wander homeless encampments. I've stolen homeless men's cigars. I didn't kill any homeless people. I didn't beat any homeless people. I have never sucker punched an elderly man. I've never sucker punched anyone. I don't think. I have gotten in street fights, though. I've been jumped by a street fight. I've been jumped by people who walked up on me. I've jumped people who walked up on me. I've gotten into fights, but I don't stomp. I don't stomp. I never stomped. and no one died. No one got their face crushed, and I'm not a stomper. I'm not a, I'm not a white supremacist. I have seen American History X, and after I watched American History X, I was like, oh my god, that's disgusting. I was like, I could never do that, and I don't want to see that. You know what I mean? I've never stomped anyone's face into the sidewalk. I've never stomped anyone at all. I may have kicked someone in the face while they were down, but I didn't stomp them, but I could have. I know how to stomp, so don't start. And if you stomp me, I might go back for you. I've been stomped, but I haven't been curb stomped. You know what I mean? I've had my head stomped on, and I've had my face hit with a baseball bat. I've had many fights. Please stop bothering me. You know? Like, can you understand that I've been through a lot? I don't want any more shit, and I'm in pain. Okay? My face looks fucked up because it got fucked up a lot. It's Chino, California. You know how it is. It's gang fest. It's infested with gang members and bad people. And I'm turned into one. But I changed. Why? Because I was never born to be that guy. I wasn't born to be a bad guy. I am a reformed man who has been through hell on this planet Earth. I am white, but I was born in a mostly brown neighborhood. Mexican, Hispanic, some blacks. Whites, some. Mostly Hispanic. Chino, California. Hello. Filled prison inmates. Where do they get released to? Chino. They walk out the door. Where do they go? Chino. Hello. You know, what is that town all about? It's Chino, California. What do you fucking think? You know what I mean? Like, Pomona, Ontario? What the fuck do you think? You think that's a nice place? You're crazy. You know what I mean? Like, you're crazy. You're all crazy. You think I'm crazy. Why do you think I smoke? I drink and I smoke. I was going to be a police officer when I was born. I wanted to be a firefighter. I wanted to be a firefighter, a policeman, or an Indian. Because I used to like playing cops and robbers and Indian cowboys. And I want to be a cowboy. And I want to be an Indian too. I would like to be an Indian. But I'm not. I'm a Native American though. Think about it. I was born in America. I'm native to this land. But I may not be Native American. I am not an Indian Native American. I'm not an Indian Native American. I'm not a natural born Indian from Navajo Indian tribes or anything like that. Like Native American tribes. I'm not from a Native American tribe. I do not have Native American blood in me, but I was born here, so I am a Native American. Black people born here, Native American. Brown people born here, Native American. Native Americans. They're native to California. Why? Because they were born here. Where do you think they came from? They came from Europe long ago. 1700s, 1600s, shit, 1500s. White people have been here a long time, and they are Native American by now. Please understand where I'm coming from. Like, I'm from California in Native America. Echo is good. He is fun. Yes, he is. Echo's my favorite. He's the Time Lord. I like time travel, dude. Like, okay. So, what I'm trying to say is time traveling is a cool idea, but don't fuck it up. You know what I mean? Like, try not to build any time machines that go into the past. Like, don't do that. Why do I say that? Because when you go in the past, you create a new timeline. Do you want to go back in time? You know what you do when you go back in time? You change history. You go back in time wearing all these clothes, you changed history forever. You go back to see cowboys, you changed history. Wild Wild West. What happened? Changed history. What happened in, What happened in Back to the Future 3? They changed history. History changed forever. What did they do to fix it? They just had to make sure that everything was back to the way it was supposed to be, and everything was normal, and they forgot about those people, and they deleted any records, and all they could say is, I just hallucinated seeing some guy I think came from the future. You know what I mean? You know what I mean. That's what we're talking about here. Back to the Future and Wild Wild West. Do you remember Cartman? Does anyone remember that? When you're like, they're playing Wild Wild West, Wild Wild West. Oh my god. I don't know. Yeah, this is my favorite. Jeez.
The babysitter's here. Come on downstairs.
But, I'm playing Wild Wild West.
I have to leave soon, Eric.
But, me and Artemis Clyde Frog still have to do our love scene with Selma Hayek.
Come down as soon as you're done.
Well, I'm a badass cowboy living in the cowboy days. Wicky, wicky, scratch, yo, yo, bang, bang. Me and Artemis Clyde Frog go save Selma Hayek from the big metal spider. Wicky, 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 fresh cowboy from the west side.
Alright. We're not watching that again. Did they do more? Yeah. Did you ever see that movie? I did. Did you? I used to like that movie. Do you like Wild Wild West? I do. Do you want to listen to that song? Yes. Okay, but I still want to see the South Park stuff. Don't watch that. Okay. Do they have there's a yes. Cartman goes back in time in his head, and he has a whole story that happened in South Park. I believe there is a when I thought he went back in time, unless that was in my head. I could have sworn he went into the movie. And I could have sworn he went, yeah. No, that's not it. But like, do they have that episode? But okay, we're going to just play, and I'm going to play that song probably.
What was it you wanted?
I wanted to pay Mindy back and get her some soda.
You're back for what?
I took one of her Coke Zero sugars. Or two. I took two. Can you please buy her some, or let me go get her some?
0 Cokes?
Yes.
I'll just
Wait.
have to remember. Okay.
Can you let me go get them?
Not right now, no.
Okay. What did I stole? I borrowed some Cokes from my aunt because there's nothing else to drink besides this apple cider and coffee and beer. Apple cider, coffee, and beer. It's not the best choices. There's water. I don't want beer. I got sick yesterday. After I drank my Clamato, I got sick. And I just got sick. So I almost threw up, but I didn't throw up. So we're just gonna we're gonna watch this.
This brother running this buffalo soldier. Look, it's like I told you. Any damsel that say distress, be out of that dress when she meet Jim West. Roughneck, so go check the law on the vibe. Watch your step will flex and get a hole in your side. Swallow your pride, don't let your lip react. You don't wanna see my hand where my hip be at. With Artemis from the start of this, running the game. James West, taming the West. So remember the name. Now who you gonna call? Now who you gonna call? If you ever riff with people wanna buzz, break out before you get bum rushed at the Wild Wild West. When I roll into the Wild Wild West. When I stroll into the Wild Wild West. When I bounce into the Wild Wild West. Cisco, Cisco. Once upon a time in the West, madman lost his damn mind in the West. Love less, kidnap a dime, nothing less. Now I must put his behind to the test. Then through the shadows, in the saddle, ready for battle. Bring all your poison, here come the poison. Behind my back, all that riffing you did, front and center. Now where you lip at, kid? Who that is? A mean brother, bound for your health. Looking damn good, though, if I can say it myself. Told me Loveless is a madman, but I don't fear that. He got mad weapons too, ain't trying to hear that. Trying to bring down me, the champion. When y'all clowns gon' see that it can't be done. Understand me, son, I'm the slickest they is. I'm the quickest they is. Did I say I'm the slickest they is? So if you barking up the wrong tree, we coming. Don't be starting. Me and my partner gonna test your chest, Loveless. Can't stand the heat to get out the wild, wild. When I roll into the wild, wild west. When I stroll into the wild, wild west. When I bounce into the wild, wild west. We're going straight to the wild, wild west. We're going straight to the wild, wild west.
Good stuff. When I stroll into the wild, when I bounce into the wild, we're going straight to the wild, wild west. We're going straight to the wild, wild west. Can you feel it? Come on, come on, yeah. Keep it moving, keep it moving. Thinking you're bad, and he drawing on West Best with a pen and a pad. Don't even think about it. 6 gun weighing a ton, 10 paces and turn just for fun. Sun up to sundown, rolling around, see where the bad guys are to be found and make them lay down. The defenders of the West, crushing all pretenders in the West. Don't mess with us, cause we in the Wild Wild West. When I roll into the Wild Wild West, when I stroll into the Wild Wild West, when I bounce into the Wild Wild West, when I roll into the Wild Wild West.
Excuse me. Move.
Jim!
Coming, Rita.
These spiders are everywhere!
Fuck spiders.
Steady. You can run, but you cannot hide. Go,
I hate spiders!
hush up now, lovely. Don't move. You will never escape. Give me your hands.
Let's go. Come on.
Go.
I'm going!
Go. Go.
I don't remember what happened.
We're going straight when I roll into the
What happened? Show me what happened.
steady. You can run, but you cannot hide. Go,
I hate spiders!
hush up now, lovely. Don't move. You will never escape. Give me your hands.
Let's go. Come on.
Go.
I'm going!
Go. Go. We're going straight when I roll into the when I stroll into the when I bounce into the
What happened over here? Okay, I'm going. I hope I don't end up being the villain. I don't actually want to be the villain in the movie. But like in real life, I want to be the good guy who gets pretty girl. Save the day. Save girl from danger. Get that guy. Little Grand Victor. Farts. I smell like farts. Hardcore. This isn't helping. You smell bad, Teddy. You are the bad guy always. Why am I always the bad guy? When can I not be Batman? I don't even like Batman. I'd rather be Nighthawk or whatever. Who's that guy? Night something. The Hawk guy. Nightwing? Nightwing. Nightwing is cool. He's like, gray. He's not, like, good or bad. He is neutral. I like him. I like to think I'm neutral too. Batman is not neutral. Batman is not chaotic. No, wait, what? What is Batman? Batman is, chaotic good? Or true good? Or neutral good? Neutral good. Batman is definitely neutral good. Police forces are neutral because they should be, or true good. Police forces are normally seen as neutral because they follow the law and they can end up doing bad or good things. But they can be bad and they can be good at heart. But normally their job is a neutral. Neutral. Yes. So what does that mean? Batman isn't neutral because Batman does the right thing every single time and then sometimes makes mistakes. Batman is good in this, you know, and he's friends with Commissioner Gordon, and he knows why, and Commissioner Gordon knows why he needs Batman, because the police agencies can't do what he can, because they don't have the law to do it, so Batman has to break the law. That makes him chaotic good, because he's not bad for breaking the law. He's doing the right thing under the law of doing the right thing, because the law doesn't always do the right thing. Do you see what I'm saying? The law isn't always right, such as, for example, let's say the Joker has paid off the police force. No. Or let's say Two-Face paid off the police force to stay away from this area, or he knows that the police aren't allowed in that area, and the police don't have the manpower to take out Two-Face. So what do? Two-Face is too hard to handle. They don't have the tools, and they don't want to risk good men's lives, and Batman is willing to risk it. He's willing to do murder for the sake of his city. He's willing to murder for the sake of the city, but he doesn't carry a gun. Why? Because he knows he can do it without murder. Do you see what I'm saying? So he does choose not to murder, but he has murdered. Batman has murdered people. And he tries not to kill the Joker even. What the fuck? I did not mean to do that. I was EWQRW wrong. So so why did I do my R that way? Because my finger was on my middle finger was on the R instead of my index finger. My fingers were on the wrong buttons. I thought my finger was on the E, so I was trying to dash, and then I used my R instead. It happens. So now my middle finger is on my E, and it used it properly. And now my index finger is on my R key, and it will use it properly. Because I trained myself to do this. Yes. So, yeah, sure, I'd like to. Why not? So what was I saying? I was just saying Batman is a good guy, and he doesn't even kill the Joker, and he didn't. He killed Two-Face. Did he? Somebody did. Somebody killed Two-Face in one of the other Batmans. Robin. Is it Nightwing? Is Nightwing the guy with the blue? Who used to be Robin? I think so. I know you smell this fart. I'm sorry. What the fuck? I haven't gotten off this fart. It's still there. I have trapped it. It's in my code jeans. It's in my jeans. um, 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 so Batman. I have not seen Black Panther yet. I'm just saying. So I wouldn't know. I think he's similar to Batman. He's a good guy. He's basically Black Batman, to my knowledge. And he's part of the Justice League, I think. From what I've seen. I think. I am more of a fan of Nightwing, because Nightwing is someone I would like to, be like. I can't, I don't think it's racist of me to prefer, having someone who looks similar to me. I know I don't look like Nightwing, but, I prefer Nightwing over, Black Panther, because I can never be Black Panther, but if I wanted to, I could probably pull off being Nightwing. I know I don't look anything like Nightwing, and he's a lot taller than I am, but I could never look anything like Black Panther. I could dress up like Black Panther. I could, and I could dress up like Batman too, but I don't want to. And I could also dress up like that one guy in that one movie, who's actually named Daniel. What movie is that? That is, that movie is called, Night Owl or something, or he's called Night Owl, or, The Watchmen. I don't like that movie very much either, but I can relate to that guy, and I could probably play that guy. I like that movie. It's one of my favorites, but, it's one of my favorites, but at the same time, I think I prefer Batman, and, yeah. Do I think it's a ripoff of Batman? Absolutely. Watchmen is definitely Batman ripoff, and so is Night Owl or whatever. I hate that the thing gets in the way of that. I should be able to shut over that, but whatever. I don't need to think about it. Don't worry about it. Like, okay, yes, I need to stop doing that, because I keep thinking my queue is going through that. You know what I mean? Like my mushroom. I mean my snowball goes through that, but my queue doesn't. It seems like everyone knows that already, except for me. Daniel's stinky butt is deadly. Please avoid right now. Please avoid my stink. I'm trying. Oh yeah, that's what this is for. I got like a whole bunch of colognes at the dollar store. The good ones. The good ones. They're $1. They're not colognes, they're just like scented sprays. Yeah, call me Dollar Store Daniel. Deadass Dollar Store Daniel. Go right ahead. I like to be called Deadass Dollar Store Daniel because it's fucking true. Ew, Deadass Dollar Store Daniel. Classic clown cuck Dollar Store Daniel. Deadass clown cuck. Deadass classic clown cuck. Classic clown cuck. Deadass Daniel. Deadass Dollar Store Daniel. So, okay. Deadass Dollar Store Daniel is a classy clown cuck. Deadass Dollar Store Daniel. Sorry, 6. Worked. Good. But yeah. I like CCCs. And I like DDDs. I like triple C's and triple G's and triple D's. Deadass Dollar Store Daniel is a triple D. Classy Clown Cuck is a triple C. Gay gaming guy. Gay gaming guy is a triple G. A triple G. A double G and a C is classic game geek. CGG. Yes, I like that one a lot better. CGG is a good name. Spartan Queen. Classic Game Geek is supposed to be a channel I want to make for classic gaming. Gay. Does anyone want this? Because I do not right now, but I'll take it. CGG, GGG, CCC, and DDD are fine names. But gay is bad. Gay, calling yourself gay is bad. Like, if you're not gay. I mean, like, as an insult. Saying gay then as an insult is rude. Homosexual is fine, but I'm not homosexual, so I don't prefer to use the term gay, as in lame. But, fuckface faggot. That one is, also a, offensive. It's offensive to homosexuals. I think most people understand that that is an inappropriate F. That is an inappropriate triple F. Fucker. Fugly fat ass. Ugly fugly fucker fat ass. No. Fucker. Fat fucker. Fat ass. Fucking. Fat. Fucking. Fugly fat fuck. Fugly fat fuck. There you go. Fugly fat fuck is a good one. And that's an okay triple F. And that is a triple F bomb. And then there's triple B's I'm not gonna do. Beat ass. Beat. Butt. Blimp. Blimp fuck. Bat. Bad. Fat. Bad. Daniel. Don't. Blimp. Someone used to call me something I didn't like a long time ago. Blimpy boy or something like that. I didn't like it. And then I sometimes call my brother bad words because he would be Brian too often, so I call him names, and he would be a because he called me names, and then he wouldn't like what I called him. He'd call me Blimpy boy or something like that, and I'd be like, and he was like, I would call him Boo Boo, and he'd get really mad because he was starting shit. But I'd call him Boo Boo way long after he called me Blimpy boy, and he'd sing a song about Blimpy boy, so stupid as fuck in the sky, and I'd get mad. So fucking mad. Like, the past is not something I always want to talk about, and that's inappropriate talk about bees. We're not going to talk about triple B's. But there used to be someone we would call Bad Brian, but he actually passed away in a car accident. It's not good. We heard about everything horrible that happened. Not good. I don't think I look like Jarvin at all. Jarvin looks more like my aunt's friend, Randy, who's really tall. And, but black. And Jarvin is white, so I don't think I can pull off Jarvin. Jarvin looks like, really mean. Tall, mean. sorry if you hate me and my streams. I'm not mad at anyone right now. I hope no one's mad at me right now. I'm not. Very nice person. So I probably smell bad. Trap. It smells like farts, dang it. Don't do that. I like cupcake food. Don't do that shit. Yeah. That's not nice. Why does everyone think I can't fight good? Oh well. Whatever. I'd probably get my ass kicked if I try anything and then run in. Who says I have not practiced? You think I've just been sitting on my ass all day? No, seriously. You think I haven't practiced fighting? You think I haven't gotten better? You think I haven't gotten faster? Yeah, I'm still the same size though. Like, I have lost many fights. I say that again, I've lost many fights. Do you think I like to lose? Do you think I want to get in another fight and lose? You think I would be that stupid? No, seriously. Even after this practice, if I lose again, I will lose all confidence in myself. As if I don't have any already. I don't have any already. Do you think I want to fight again? Do you think I can't? Do you want to see what I can do? No? Don't even bother. Don't bother. I've showed the stream how fast I can punch. I have been practicing. I have been practicing. practicing, but I do not practice my kicks. I have practiced fancy footwork. I have practiced fancy punches, blocks, agility, strenuous stretching, lifting, and exercising my neck. I don't gyrate my pelvis because I have a horrible lower back, so I don't have that strength in myself. I can still jump very high and I can still run very fast, but I can't run as fast as I used to, and I can't fight as long as I used to. I don't fight for very long, but I can, and I am well versed in all sorts of fighting styles. I don't want to join the MMA, and I don't want to get in any fights. I don't want to fight anyone on the street. I don't want to fight anyone in this household. I do not want to fight anyone. But there's a reason why I have been practicing. Because I am sick of losing. Doesn't mean I won't lose again. That's true. That doesn't mean someone won't come up on me. It doesn't mean anything. If it were up to me, this game would be more violent. If it were up to me, you could smush people. Come here. Bastard. Hello. Okay. Why do you always talk about fighting? Because maybe someone wants to kick my ass and I should let them. Depends on what it is and who it is and why. Depends. Don't care how big someone is though. I do care how many people are there, and I do care how big someone is, but what matters is speed and strength. Speed and strength. Do you have strength? Yes. I look like a pipsqueak, but I'm not. I'm a mouse, but I'm not. Do you think it's possible that Bruce Lee could beat someone up who's like 10 times as big as he is? Yes. Why? Speed. Do you really think Bruce Lee could kick someone's ass that hard? Fuck yeah. Why? I want you to understand the meaning of Jeet Kune Do. If you do not understand Jeet Kune Do, you will not understand what I mean. if the size of the man is 10 times bigger than Bruce Lee, and the size of the man can do Jeet Kune Do, if the man is 10 times larger than Bruce Lee and he does Jeet Kune Do to Bruce Lee will block and absorb probably. But if the person understands how to block and absorb, Bruce Lee won't hit. If the person blocks and absorbs Bruce Lee's hits, he won't hit. But if Bruce Lee has the speed advantage, his hits will hurt hard. Because if someone larger cannot think as fast as Bruce Lee, he will not see any of it coming. Because Bruce Lee did have power. You don't think Bruce Lee had power? No. You don't understand how hard he can kick. You do not understand how hard he can put a man down. You don't understand how hard he can punch. You don't understand what speed is, and you do not understand. You say I don't understand how hard someone can take a punch. I say you don't understand what speed is all about. There's a way to knock out any man. Any man can be knocked out of any stature. Any human being, any animal can be beaten to death by a man's hands. A bear can be beaten to death by a man. You don't believe me? I'll show you. I didn't do it, but I'll show you a man beating a brown bear, a grizzly bear to death. I will show you that this is not a lie. A human being is more powerful than you even know. Size matters not. Speed matters. Power matters. How much power you put in your punch is not the measure of the man that makes that power. You put the power into it. If you are a man of any stature, your power can be very strong. Maybe you don't believe me. Maybe you think that's bullshit that Bruce Lee made up. Maybe you think someone weak, even who practices Jeet Kune Do, can't do that. It's all about how much energy you have around you and inside of you. If you use someone else's energy, do you use a brown bear's energy to kill it? Yes. How do you use a brown bear's energy to kill it? You use its strength in your favor. You absorb its strength. You block its strength. You let its strength flow through you like water. And you use your energy to fight his energy. You take his energy. If you do not listen to me, you will never know what I mean. Of any size and stature, any size and stature, any man, any size, any stature, can do this, can absorb another man's energy, and can use his own energy to let it flow through him to defeat someone. Now you can defeat Bruce Lee. Now you can. What do you mean? Because could you not kill Bruce Lee with a weapon? Yes. Yes, we're talking about hands here. We're talking about fighting. And I normally say, oh, size does matter. Size does matter. Size and energy does matter. But Bruce Lee always said it didn't. And I believe him. I know he's right. You may not agree, but I know he is. He's more right than I am. Because I never saw him do what he can do and what he did do. Let's show you the power he has. And you can replace these people with bigger men as well. This man is a big man. Bruce Lee isn't as big as this man. Just watch. You could put someone even bigger there if you want. We all have the power to do this in our hands. That man didn't fall because he wanted to. Watch this. Braced himself. This man is bracing himself. But he's a small man, but watch. That was a simple back kick. Watch for his flying kick. If he does his flying kick, it's done. I'll show you a video of his flying kick. That's not his flying kick. I wanna see him do a flying kick. Hold on. That didn't work out. That's good. Holy fuck. That's real. That's stupid.
Run it back and see what happens.
I don't know why he's letting him take that kick. Anyway, now let's watch Bruce Lee. There's a video of him making a man fall. And I love it. I don't think it's fake, but it could be. Don't ruin the fun.
Come on, move it on it!
Seeing Bruce Lee at his best is the best thing to see.
To get it without even thinking.
Not how to think.
Progressing nicely. I have let him go.
Certainly glad to hear that.
Is this where he does it?
If you don't hear the bird, you cannot hear your opponent. Where am I?
Okay.
Lee, I want you to teach me.
Your kneecap. This can be compared to your left jab in boxing, except it's much more damaging.
I see. Well, speaking of a left jab.
Oh, this time I intercept your emotional tenseness. You see, from your thought to your fist, how much time was lost.
Not much. Yeah, Lee's gonna teach me all this.
I cannot teach you, only help you to explore yourself, nothing more.
All right, come on, let's explore some more of those kicks, huh?
Too rigid. Now listen to the beat and listen to
I
my
can't
own
find it. This is not the video I'm looking for. Okay.
Now, relate to me.
That's not the video I'm looking for. That's not the video I'm looking for. But this is very close to the video I'm looking. I want to see when he kicks him down. He does. I don't know where it is. It's a lot harder than you think to find the video I'm looking for. Yeah. Do I have faith that him at his best could beat someone else at their best that's bigger? Would never know. I will never know.
And Western boxing.
I will never know. We will never know. No one will ever know. Now, where is that video? Ugh. Top 10 Bruce Lee fight scenes. Bruce kick? Bruce Lee to kick. Oh. I think it's called a fly kick. I have been hit by one, and they don't feel good when you get knocked down. I'm looking for an example of it. Not a side kick, but a flying kick where he actually knocks someone down. You'll see what I mean. If you ever find it. Shit.
One of the best ways to learn to power punch is to use your hips. To do this, tie a string to a piece of paper and hang it from the ceiling to a rotating motion. Simultaneously, as your body is rotating, raise your elbow to your shoulder.
Okay. I like this. Holy fuck. Yeah, fuck. Okay. What are you showing me? Never mind. Let's watch someone really do it good. Bruce Lee can do it, but I can't find the video of him doing it. Yes? Awesome. have scars on my feet from that. Are you serious? Yes. But not, I was against a tree. He looks so happy. How high did he jump? Extraordinarily so. How high is that? That would be about 5, 3, half, I don't know. Look at his height. Do you see that? He just jumped over his own head. Okay, watch how tall he is. This scene doesn't move. He leaves the ground right here. This is his head. Okay? This is when he leaves the ground. And he basically did not jump over his head, but like, okay. Where was his head? Right there. The top of his head is right there. Okay? We could do this in slow-mo. I want to. No, don't. Yeah. Yeah. Technically, if you saw him lift his foot, I think he did actually jump the same height as his fucking head. How tall is Bruce Lee? He's 5 feet tall, or something inches. That was not exactly his height, but he's 5'7". I'm 5'6" or 5'7", actually. Not in as good of shape though. But he's perfect height. For that. He died too young. I want to move to China, actually. Will I ever move to China? I do not know. I don't like that. Someone hated Brandon and killed them. I would like to get in that kind of shape. There's still time. Yeah, I think I can get in better shape than this. Fat fuck. But yeah. Oh my god. Dude, how did you...
Agree with you about my dome.
No, see, I have to disagree with you, Ramsey.
It's so thick.
This looks like my favorite pizza. Right now, I want to say I would eat that. I would eat that.
Oh my god.
I would eat that so much. You don't know. I look at this and I'm like, you know, like
Grease coming out of that.
You don't even know how much I like that pizza. You don't even know how much I love that pizza so much. I hope you never change. Don't change. I mean that to Pantaleons. Don't change your ways. Go back the way you were.
Just.
I like that food a lot. Oh my god. It looks fresh. It's cheesy. It looks Italian. It looks good. Very fattening though. But there's a reason why, I guess. I don't know. Everything happens for a reason. Everything does happen for a reason. Now, I've played enough games on my stream, and I've talked enough on my stream, and I'm going to go away now because I'm uncomfortable. I'm hungry and I want this food.